Wiki. Welcome and Merry Christmas to Wiki Warcraft 2. Today we're going to be watching a paused game with Kariu, who's asking Duda Curtain why he does not put on more 2v2 tournaments, or asking if he is rather going to put a 2v2 tournament on in the future. And what it is the answer? Can do. Now is hard holidays time. Ilyich AS offering to commentate due to Curtain's games. Well, that buddy, why don't you get out there and do that? Tired of being the only guy commentating Wiki Warcraft 2 games around town. Alright, up here in the left hand corner is the amazing red player who is not building at all. Actually, things have seemed to slow down to a crawl. I'll use this opportunity to advertise for my sponsor, Lagunitas India Pale Ale. Thanks for choosing to spend the next few minutes watching Wiki Warcraft 2 and savoring the moment as expansive hop character engages the imperial qualities of the Malt Foundation in combat on the battlefield of your palate. Life is uncertain. Don't sip, play Warcraft 2. Down here, the purple player didn't quite see who they were, but they're obviously pretty dang good. It is jerrygarcia, or even Bromane 420, maybe? Some pretty good names here of these players. Up here at the 2 o'clock spot, it is Kariu. Kariu, hailing from who knows where, and at the 2 o'clock spot, rocking that 2 o'clock spot. Over here down south, it is Illich in the white, Kariu in the teal. I'm going to be teaming up versus Exitt here. And, of course, jerrygarcia 420. Kariu doing a repair on his barracks and a repairing on the town hall. Looks like LHAS is doing the duel down there. A bit of a risky maneuver in a 2v2 from the 4 and 5 spot. And there's a 2 barracks rush here from jerrygarcia. Meanwhile, down here at Exitt's base, the French maniac, known for his team gameplay, gonna be doing 1 barracks rush, actually, so we can expect to see some kind of a power behind this, most likely. Not a bad play. I like this line of farms here. Very... that away from my voice is a little too booming. Here's a nice tower, but no lumber mill for Ilyich for AES. Just trying to bluff his way out of a situation, it seems, as a peon from Exitt enters his base and begins building a barracks right there. He sees this looks like a good spot for a barracks, and he shall place it right there. And Ilyich AS wants to watch him do it, so he builds a watchtower. Doesn't bother getting... Oh, he is actually getting a lumber mill, so he'll be able to do more than just watch that tower with his watchtower. But luckily for him, there is Kariu has a grunt in there with Ilyich AES's. But just as more enemy grunts arrive, Ilyich AES has his chestnuts pulled out of the fire by Kariu, who's completely... has totally on the ball by sending the reinforcements just in the nick of time. But is it too late as the barracks continues to pump out units? And that watchtower doing a good job of watching what's going on and not a whole lot else. Doesn't have the lumber mill quite up and ready to be upgrading it. So that's all that it can do, and it will do. Big shout out to the boy and all the other Brazilian players. Special thanks to Duda Curtain for posting this on his Twitch TV, taking the time to watch games like this. I know Ilyich AS said he'd commentate these games, but don't know where he is now. Here I am, stuck commentating it by myself once again. But special thanks to Duda Curtain for doing that. Meanwhile, this is quite a hairy situation for Ilyich AS as the barracks continues to produce grunts on the inside, grunts on the outside. And finally, the tower is up and at 'em, so that should actually provide a little bit of much needed relief. Looks like that peasant isn't going anywhere. Meanwhile, his other base quite undefended, and the grunts are gonna look to take advantage. But wait, here's a huge attack against Kariu. Jerrygarcia not gonna take any of this Kariu crud because he's gonna take him down right now. Notice that he attacks the mill grunt. Target fires it down. Makes quick work of this defense. Or does he? Yes, he does. Break right through, penetrates the defensive line and sinks his teeth deep into the flesh of Karu. But unfortunately for fortunately for Karu, because more and more grunts arrive. A single grunt versus four, but the peon defense squad, their hatchets are for real, homie. And another grunt arrives just at the nick of time and with a little bit of super sweet micro skills. But here comes Purple's grunts back crashing the party. What's going on here? The duel in tatters and already up to tier number 2. The power of exit as more and more grunts funnel in, but a guard tower luckily arrives in the nick of time and relieving grunt aid has now arrived. So up against the ropes, but able to dodge every blow with the little help of his peon defense squad. Meanwhile, building a barracks in the middle of your base, not the best place for the barracks there, Ilyich AS, but not too shabby, as the duel has still survived, and not too shabby from, look at this guy, what the heck is this defense getting overrun once again? And now ogres on the battlefield, the days of Karu may be numbered in the future here as this duel continues to go nowhere. Tier number 1, tier number terrible for Ilyich AS, playing the humans, rocking it. I respect the human play, but not having the best day yet. Wiki Warcraft 2, it seems here. Meanwhile, another red offensive at the base of Karu, and finally, Ilyich AS is now free of enemies in his base, but here is a huge, gigantic, ginormous, overbearing, all-powerful, huge, and wow, look at the attack going on here, guys, as 3 units from purple lures the forces out, and now it's smash as the grunts from Karu enter the kill zone, but they're able to escape for the moment, and luckily an ogre arrives just in time to save the day. And tier number 3 is what Karu's going to be pushing up towards. Meanwhile, his allies still at tier number 1, I should say. Wiki Warcraft 2. Big shout out to the X-Man, or big shout out to Terrorcon from Clan Absolute Energy, to Duda Curtin for recording this game, and all of you Wiki Warcraft 2 fans out there, I do hope you come throw down with the likes of these fine players. This actually happening the Christmas Eve on the 24th of December. So remember that 24th of December where the Merry Christmas to all was interrupted by some epic Warcraft 2 gameplay. And here comes what happened to that barracks. Looks like some sappers. Silly. Is that Exit or jerrygarcia doing some sapper action here? Quite silly indeed. The only true explanation for that, or maybe canceled, but no, it was exploded. Here the battle rages on, and where are the sappers coming from? Only time will tell, or maybe not. Looks like Ilyich is a little confused as well. Looking back here for hidden cannon towers and the like. gonna be pushing to tier number 3, or maybe not. Here's another battle, and once again, Kariu on the run. He's been playing a 2v1 pretty much this entire game while ELHAS has sat on his hands, but Bloodlust has now arrived. Here comes an ad break, so we're gonna wiki pause for 2 seconds. In 8 seconds, that is. So hold on to your butts, ladies and gentlemen. Here comes an advertisement for Goldfish Snack Crackers, the snack that smiles back. Goldfish. Actually, I don't think it's for Goldfish, but that's who I prefer to advertise for. I used to advertise for Folgers Coffee, but then I said some words making fun of the Eskimo religion out there on the Aleutian Islands, and they banned me, so there was a network error too. Gosh darn it, pause. Alright, we're back. I hope this was around the same spot as these level 3 ogres. Tier number 2, Exitt must have actually been the one investing in those sappers, as he is nowhere close to Bloodlust and now going to be punished for it, as Kariu, quite far ahead in the race for Bloodlust, gonna send all the ogres running right towards their opponent's base for an immediate date with a destiny beatdown on the opponent or something like that. I don't know, that wasn't very good. Need to step up my commentary game. That break really threw me off. I was rambling before, but now I'm rambling without making sense. And here it comes down to one Bloodlust Ogre Army Assault. Will he be able to survive? Oh no! Ogres being, it is indeed actually Exitt who was doing the sap attack, and Bloodlust has arrived for the home team. And Knights coming out of nowhere. Wow, thanks for the two Knights, 2 footmen addition. He does a duel and only has 2 Knights and 2 footmen to contribute to the epic battle. ELHAS, why don't you just build 1 base, bud? You could probably have at least 3 footmen and 2 Knights with that attack if you didn't spend that extra 1,200 gold and 800 lumber. But here comes the relieving forces of jerrygarcia, still now facing a 2v1 in ELHAS, having a couple of unlusted knights added to that, and they just get cleaned up like clockwork. Wow, what a terrible attack from ELHAS. Not making the best moves in this game, playing humans. He must be. Probably makes up for it with how handsome he is. Oh gosh, that guy is handsome. Over here at the 12 o'clock spot, it is some towers being put in place in time that he has, and this is going to be a 2v1 game, so pretty much going to be game over. Exitt has left the game. jerrygarcia has left the game. Wiki warcraft 2. Peace out, homies. Through the curtain. Shout out. Peace.